Hey everyone, it's Jay with Jay Scales. It is Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021, and I thank you all for joining me. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to quickly review the 5th and 6th E Major Pentatonic scale patterns in standard guitar tuning. That's E, A, D, G, B, E. Then I will show you the 7th scale pattern in the same tuning, and in the same tuning on the final 6th open string, the E, I'm going to show you all of the notes in the E major pentatonic scale pattern, and that would be these notes here: E, F sharp, G sharp, B, and C sharp. Now the whole purpose of playing these scales is so that you'll eventually be able to remember where all these notes are when you're playing in different keys, and that way you won't need to play in scale patterns, because that's what I do when I want to play a lick. I think of one scale pattern in particular that has the higher notes, and I will simply go through that scale pattern. This is part of my goal, is to help you and myself break through those barriers and take your playing to the next level. It just takes time. We're all tuned up and ready to go. So on the 7th fret with your index finger, and you want this grip here with your thumb, and you want to get that high arch, so your thumb is going to be a little bit bent like this. 7th B, C sharp with a 3rd, E, and you want to really press down into that fret so it doesn't get sloppy. You want to use your pinky, your root note, you want to use your pinky on the 9th, then go up to the G sharp on the 6th, your B on the 9th, and you stretch up with your middle finger. I find it's easier than your 3rd finger, your ring finger. Then you go over to your other root note on the 5th, again pressing firmly into the fret with an arch. Now you can either do this one of two ways. Take your 3rd finger on the 7th to your F sharp and slide into the G sharp, or depending on what feels more natural at that moment, you can take your index finger from the E on the 5th and slide into the 7th on the F sharp, G sharp on the 9th, B, C sharp. And then you're holding your thumb more like this for the higher strings so you can bend. And you want to mute the other strings so you don't get the ringing effect, either with your palm, your pick, your thumb or index finger, depending on what you're doing. I use my palm in this case. So you can do a little bit of B.B. King's type of licks here. Slide on your middle finger, and your thumb is more here with this firm grip. Slide into the 5th on the C sharp. Bend, and your thumb is on an angle here. Okay. Just little things like that. And here, if you want to do the double bend, this is a bit trickier. It takes a lot of work. You want to use the overhead thumb grip around the neck, and then the push in to the neck with your thumb, index finger, and your 3rd finger, your ring finger. You really want to be pressed down right below the fret so that that sounds clean. So those are little things you can do up there. Now I'm going to do this a couple of times here, just for to get into the rhythm. doing a little bit of a pull-off. Let's do that again. Sometimes if you think a little bit too much about what you're doing, that's when you make a mistake, and I know I've said that before, but it's true. Just, you know what you're doing, you know the pattern, just play it without thinking, you know, just be natural. And if you find you're trying to go too fast, just slow it down a little bit, then pick up the speed. See, there's no hesitation there. I just did it. So that's enough for the fifth pattern. Now I'm going to go quickly review the sixth pattern. It starts out almost the same on the seventh with a B. B, C sharp, E, F sharp with your pinky, G sharp with your index finger on the sixth. Now here's where it's a bit different. You go up to the ninth on the B, and instead of stretching with your middle finger, use your index finger on the C sharp with the sixth to this E, your other root note in the pattern. Now you can do this one of two ways. C sharp on the ninth, B on the seventh, G sharp on the ninth, F sharp on the seventh. You can do this with your middle finger, my apologies, your middle finger on the seventh, F sharp, G sharp with the index finger on the ninth, middle finger again on the seventh with the B, C sharp on the ninth. Personally, I prefer, because of bending, I prefer to switch. I prefer to bring my index finger up to the seventh. See how it is with bending? So let's do that a little bit faster. If you make a mistake, just do it again. It doesn't matter. You know, just keep going. Now, upward picking. Up, down picking is a little bit slower, so just slow it down. Slow your playing fingers down a little bit. See, I'm thinking too much. I changed the picking, and I'm making a mistake. So let's just slow it down. Alright, so what I want to do, I'm going to start on the fifth pattern. I'm going to go up in the fifth, and I'm going to go down in the sixth. Now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go up in the sixth and down in the fifth. So that'll help you figure out, where you're going. So now I'm going to do the seventh scale pattern. This one is a little bit tricky. It's almost like the first scale pattern, or the second scale pattern. I'm going to show you the similarities, but instead of on the third string, you're doing the slide up with the pinky on the second. So we're starting on the seventh, almost the same as the other one, but it changes quickly on the next string. So same positioning, B with the seventh on your index finger, C sharp on the ninth with your third finger, your first root note with your index finger, and then instead of the third on the F sharp on the ninth, you use your pinky. Now you really want to get that arch and push into the neck on the fret so it's not sloppy. You're going to slide into the 11th on the G sharp and use your index finger on the 9th for the B, pinky again on the 11th, C sharp, middle finger on the 9th for your other root note, your E, just fixing the tuning. See, that's better. Then from there you're going to go up to the 7th, F sharp, third finger on the 9th with your G sharp, B on the 7th, C sharp on the 9th. And again you have that arch for bending. Let's do that a little bit faster. You want to mute that with your palm, pick, thumb, index finger, so you don't get that ringing effect in between your string changes. A little bit sloppy, try again. Oop, I made a mistake there, so I'm going to start that over again. I'm thinking too much. Because this is a new pattern, you're thinking too much, and then that's when you make the mistakes. So or what you could do is use your third finger that actually feels a little better to me, a little more natural. So you start out here on the 7th, 9th, go up to the 9th, and then slide with your ring finger, B, then use your pinky on the 11th, C sharp, other root note on the 9th, stretch up to the 7th, F sharp, Yeah, that feels a lot better. See, you're going to find little things like that where you even end up correcting yourself while you're playing. You might find a different way of doing something that works better for you, and that's what this is all about, you know? See, that was flawless from my point of view. So we're going to go up in the 7th and down in the 6th. And then we're going to go up in the 6th and then down in the 7th. Now up, down, picking. You'll have to go a little bit slower. All right, so now I'm going to show you the 6th and final string, the open E, F sharp on the 2nd, G sharp on the 4th, skip 2 frets, 7th on the B, and that goes into the patterns we were just doing. Okay, 9th on the C sharp, 2 frets to the 12th on the E, and now here's where things start repeating, just like at the bottom of the neck. F sharp on the 14th, that would be like the 2nd fret. 16th would be like the 4th on the G sharp. Okay. And this high E string is just the same as the low E string for these same notes. 2 frets to the 19th fret on the B. That would be like the 7th fret. Skip 2 frets, 1 fret again to the C sharp, just like the 9th fret. Okay? And that's it for this video. So I thank you all for your time, and I hope you learned something, and I certainly did, and it's always good to get in the habit of practicing. Anyway, I will be back with another video soon. We're going to go over the 8th E major pentatonic scale pattern. So thank you all, and I wish you a great day. Peace.